Well, we still got a few minutes left. As everybody knows, I'm so paranoid and distrusting of things that I always go live a few minutes before. So if we have any problems, hopefully they happen within the first few minutes. I heard some good news today about me going back to the States. One of the things involved with it, I was stressing that out for a while. You know? But now
you just keep their email. So
oh, I keep everything.
You show it to them.
Show what today?
If they making blah blah blah.
Well, no, I keep anything official communication I have between anything important, I keep. Because if they come back to me and say, well, now you're lying. Here you go, right here. There you go, right there.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Have a nice day. No, I guess, well, we got 3 people. You become that way, man.
3 people is nothing there.
It's called, right there. It's called CYA. You know, seriously, you got to do that today, man. But there's people out there that don't want to do their job, you know. They want to take that paycheck. They don't want to do their job.
Hello, Expat. Good morning.
Good morning, Expat. How you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. Yeah, you got to, man. You got to cover CYA nowadays. You know, before we used to have what they call nowadays snail mail, and you kept all your, the important mail. Nowadays, you got emails. You keep all them. Anything that protects you, you got to do it, man. You got to do it.
Good morning, Dan.
Really, Dan. So, Dan, do you think what I think that they should get some, even though they're not out playing no war games once 1 weekend out a month or whatever how they do it, I think since they're on that status where they can be called up at any time, I think they should be getting something. I'm not saying the whole salary. No, let's not be crazy, all right? But they should be getting something. If they're on call all the time, That's just the way I feel. Now, if I'm wrong, but that's just the way I feel.
Good morning, Dodge.
You got 5 more days, huh?
5 more days.
You're fine. Dodge, you're fine, man. You got your shit together. You're fine. But it's a good thing that you're worried about it. It's a good thing. Some people, they're just like, oh, I got this. Oh, I got that. They got that false grandeur or whatever you want to call it. Where they think, they got everything together. And then all of a sudden, when they either get to the airport or they get to the Philippines, wherever else they're going, it's like, well, I didn't know that. Well, if you've done your research, you would have. So yeah, you're gonna be fine, bro.
Expat also will be here on March 11th.
You'll be here on March 11th, and I'll be in the States on March 10th. Back in the States for a while. How long? I have no idea. But Myles is fine with it. Myles is absolutely. She's a Filipino, man. They maintain. You know what I mean?
Hey kids, hi John, good morning.
See, Dan, that's what I'm saying, man. They should get something. You know what I mean? We're talking about the reservists. They're on call 365 days out of the year, okay? In other words, whoever could call them right now and say, hey, you're deploying tomorrow morning. Have your stuff packed? And the people that are calling you, they could care less what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
Now, I can understand like a single mother, okay? Let's be honest, guys. A single mother trying to, the reservists, if they go TRICARE and everything like that, they're good. But if they're a single mother, they have nobody else to depend on them, they can help them out. Which 9 times out of 10 that they always have somebody. But still, But though usually, from my understanding, people, single parents with kids are usually on the bottom of the list to be deployed.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but that's hopefully it is. That's all I've got to say. Hopefully it is. Yeah, that was cool. That was good. Were you able to zoom in and see when that date was for that bill? I'm just telling you, Dodge. No, now he's going to worry about that. Not, I'm sorry. This CYA guy, CYA guy. You seem like a really good, intelligent guy, man. I don't want to see you get screwed over.
Hey, Florence and
Hey.
Donald, good morning. Good evening.
Hey, Dal, how you doing, man? Good to see you. How's Miss Florence doing? Yeah, that's just the way I look at it. You know, let's take care of Americans.
Mhm.
Let's take care of the Americans. Screw everybody else. That's the way I feel.
Mhm. Good morning, DC.
Yes. Well, we plan like we do the lives, but Miles will be like, we'll have the screen split in half. Miles will be on one side. I don't know what side. Let's be realistic, DC. And I'll be on the other. And it's like now. You know what I mean? No. I might visit there, but I'm not there.
No.
I want to take care of things. And what I found out, the area where my daughter lives, an hour away is Atlanta, and I can take care of a lot of
I'm not
things there.
going to allow him to stay in Philly.
What do you mean you're going to allow me?
I won't
I have no
allow
desire to go there. I have no desire.
darling to go
Okay.
in
I might visit there because I do have brothers and sisters there,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to be staying.
Don't stay. Don't stay.
Yeah. Hey, Dodge.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you right now what I've learned. Is get yourself when you come here, unless you do it there. I don't know how. All right, get your here in the Philippines. Get yourself an agent. All right, and ask around. Ask people, you know, who they had. What do you think about them? But it just they've been doing it for a long time. All right, and they know what I's to dot and what T's to cross. I talked to people that did it themselves, and they said it was the biggest pain in the butt. All right, they missed one thing. They got to start all over again. You get yourself an agent. They do everything for you. All you got to do is sign, like the letter. You know, when you're
the documents yeah. Aside from the form that you are going to sign, you have to prepare. Both of you prepare travel document. Both of you.
What do you mean file with that? What do you?
The passport.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about the 13A.
Yeah.
Passport.
Yeah, they need my passport. You remember that?
Oh yeah. But that's
my birth certificate and also Brent birth certificate and what else? The petition. Yeah, your wife will sign a petition.
And also, Dodge, I know you're retired military, and I know you got your shit together. The agent told me, "Do I have a DD 214?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And she goes, "Okay, good." And I asked, I'm trying to remember exactly, and she goes, "Why?" She says, "Sometimes they ask for it, sometimes they don't, depending on who you're talking to." So I did have it, and she was like, and they never asked for it. They never asked for it. But just make sure you got that too. Why? I don't know why. Maybe to make sure that you're, you know, you didn't get discharged dishonestly, you know, dishonorable discharge or anything like that.
To make the application more easier if everything is prepared. All the documents are prepared. Good morning, Big A.
Hey, Big E's, how you doing, man? How you doing? Glad to see you. Hope life is doing you well in Ohio.
Hey, Dan. Glad to see you.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? You doing good? Hopefully you are. Well, that's good, man. Just like I said, they didn't ask. They asked me if I had. The agent asked me if I had it. I said, yeah. That thing's like gold. You know that. And but they never asked for it. So and you want to know something? If they ain't gonna ask, I ain't gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just get my. You you don't give them too much information. That's what I've always been told. Well, that's good, Big E's. That's good. You're doing well. I'm glad to hear that, man. Yeah, it's not that easy. You know what makes it complicated? The person applying. I'm gonna be honest. And the agent told me that. She says the only people who make it complicated is the people applying for it. You know, if and the line between what was her name? The agent.
RNG.
RNG. Okay, I don't know if that's in your area. I don't know if they're as good as the one here in Ilocos Norte, but she says if I don't email you or I don't text you, I don't need anything. In other words, what she was probably trying to tell me is don't be freaking calling me every day, all right? Because if I ain't got the answers, you know, I don't have the answers. But it's a hell of a lot, especially with an agent, man. Especially when we walked into immigration, that it was a big room, okay, full of chairs, full of people. And I walked in there, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be here forever. We walked right to the front of the line. I felt bad at first.
That's the first time you went there?
Yeah, and all them people give me looks like, you know.
Once you have the appointment and the license is working for you inside the immigration, it's easier.
And then you go through your probation for a year, you know, just to make sure you're not a dirtbag, all right? And then we sat down with a lawyer, and it was like she really didn't ask us questions.
The important there is your fingerprint and your
Picture.
Yeah.
Biometric. But I was thinking, man, I don't know about y'all, but when I was thinking, I was like, man, they're gonna be like interrogated, you know? Nope. We sat down, me and Myles. She asked us if we had dogs. And what else did she ask me? Yeah. And how long we were married. When did we get married? You know what I mean? So it was kind of like we were in and out of there with a 5-10 minutes.
Nice conversation.
Yeah, I was waiting for her to break out coffee and coffee cakes. You know what I mean? It was just like, wow. Now that might not be the same for other people. Okay, that might not be, but we were just very fortunate. We were very fortunate.
So good. It's good.
Yeah, they asked, but to be honest with me, you think they? Never mind. It's just things are. I don't understand, man. Things here in the Philippines are a hell of a lot easier than what people say. You know what I mean? As far as getting things from the government, it's not hard. Do you think it is?
No.
It's not hard, man. I'm just like, okay. Okay, here we go.
Until you.
No. I'm not. No, what the hell's going on here?
I don't talk to you.
Relax. I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know.
Never mind. I don't know what's going on. Myles, don't worry about it. That's weird.
Yes, you're right. You're right, John. You bring along your birth certificate. That is just in case you need it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're prior military and you got a DU-14, put that in an envelope with your birth certificate and any kind of legal document, man, like birth certificate, stuff like that. bring with you because you might need it. And believe me, being here in the Philippines and trying to have a line of communication with somebody in well, I'll say for the States, it doesn't go very well. You feel like when you ask them questions, you feel like you're pulling teeth. At least that was with our experience, you know what I mean? You feel like you're pulling teeth. Yeah. Hey,
Hey, good
McLovin, how you doing, man?
morning.
Glad to
Good
see you
morning,
here. It's
McLovin.
Mr. McLovin. He's in the house. Yeah, so you can go down that easy path, man. You just bring things that.
Yes, it's much better you go to the agent.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long. And like she
Yeah,
told me, you know, what?
2 to 3 months.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
2 to 3 months. But see, once you submit that paperwork, okay, you don't have to and say like your tourist visa is running out. You don't have to go to it. You don't have to get it renewed. Do you? Don't you? I don't think I did. She told me don't worry about it.
When your application enter into the immigration,
Yes.
you don't need to
You don't need to,
yeah,
even though when
because
your
you're already your visa, what's the resident
application.
your application already ongoing.
Yeah. So, and I'll tell you, man, it's just like I can't remember how much you had to pay every couple months, but it was in the thousands of pesos. And now all I got to do is 380 pesos a year. I can do that.
No need to renew your visa. As long as you still have 3 months remaining visa, you just ignore it. Just go on to your SRRV.
Yeah, it's a good plan. The RSSV.
Okay.
But I just took the 13A, man. 'Cause I'm married, you know. Yeah, I qualify for that, the RSSB, but I'm married, so you know. I don't know. Expat, like I said, ours told us don't worry about it, and I got it. You know, I mean, I'm just telling you what I went through. Now, if they told you go ahead and do the tourist thing, you do the tour. You do whatever your agent tells you to do. You know, because if it's screwed up, they got to fix it. What?
4 copies. That is all original, McLovin. Brent only brought one original birth certificate, and we just
Yeah, that's because your wife will be with you. Yeah,
yeah.
passport card. So
Yes.
I don't need a loan, man. He's being a smart ass. It's a joke. It's not serious. It's not serious.
I thought he's talking about your annual
Yeah.
report. That is 380.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you got your McLovin, if you're retired military, you got your government ID card. That's considered a government ID card. What?
You use your driver's license, right?
No, I use my ID card. Yeah, well, here I can use my either my 13A immigration card or I can use a Philippine driver's license. You know, either or.
Yes, Daryl. 380 annual report.
Yes, 280 pesos a year
Yeah.
to renew my 13A. And on that that tourist visa, like I said to who was it? Expat 47. Like I told you, because I don't like giving out bad information. Our agent said, don't worry about it. We didn't worry about it, and everything was fine. Now, if your agent told you to do it, you do whatever your agent tells you to do. Don't listen to me. You do whatever your agent. If you say, hey, next week I got to pay my tourist visa, and she says, go pay it, do it.
Yeah.
Okay. You do whatever she tells you to do. I said, don't worry about it, and we're fine. I'm not gonna say that happens with everybody. Like I said, I don't like putting out bad information, man. Yeah. You know what you do, man? McLaren, the best thing to do is you scan it, and if you got a computer, you put it on your computer also as a backup. It's always there, right?
If you apply here in the Philippines, you have to get your NBI.
From my understanding, I don't know, Paulie, I don't know too much about it because I didn't do that route. RSSV is basically military, retired military. It's a visa like my I don't know if you have a 13A, but my 13A it's another source to go besides the 13A. You looking it up? Miles gonna look it up for the actual definition.
SRRP.
Yeah, because when you fly in, you're flying together. So that's another route to go. If you're only there, you say, well, I'm only going to be here for like a couple months, and we're out of here. That's
Special residence retirees visa.
All right. The RSSV is a special non-immigration visa issued by Philippines Bureau of Immigration through the Philippine Retirement Authority, designed for foreign nations and former Philippines wishing to retire and reside permanently in the Philippines. It allows holders multiple entry privileges and an indefinite stay, along with various tax and customs exemptions. Doesn't say anything about the retired military in there, unless I missed that.
It's a special resident retirees visa.
Special resident retire visa.
That is SRRP.
Serious, it doesn't say anything in there about military.
No.
Yeah, it's basically just like a 13A. Multiple entry and exit. Residents can leave and re-enter the Philippines freely. Permanent residents' rights to live in the Philippines indefinitely. Tax exemptions from custom duties or personal effects up to $70,000. No HCR card. Requirements. This is your requirements. Requires a visa deposit in a Philippines bank, ranging from $1,500 or $1,500 to $50,000, depending on the specifics. I can't say that. Specific. I can't say it. What the frick?
What's that?
Program types such as SRV Classic or Smile, and process fees. Why can't I say Pacific? I'm sorry. I apologize. Like I said, I want the 13A. I qualified for 13A. I just said, okay, let me. Yeah, exactly. You never know, man.
What is APO?
Huh?
APO.
Post office box.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you do what you want to do, man. If you want to go, if you're married to a Philippine woman, I mean, I'm not talking about you come here and you find a girl and, well, you can do that too. And you get married and next thing you're doing your 13A, a marriage of convenience.
Yeah.
Or you know, if you're married to a woman, you come in here, they stamp your passport for a 1 year visa, and then you say, yeah, I can live here after a while, and you apply. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you, man. You're all adults. Yeah. And also, you got to, what's the MBI?
Yeah,
Is it MBI or N?
NBI.
Yeah, then you got to go to MBI to get a clearance. They're basically like the FBI of the Philippines.
Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah, you got to go to them. And I mean, if you don't have anything, I mean, if you're not you don't have anything, you're fine. How long do we have to wait for the MBI? Was it that day? Or was it a couple of days?
I think 1 week. 1 week?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. 1 week or 2 weeks. I don't.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah, APO. Yeah, that's only for the military. Now, nah. I didn't know you can get one. I'm McLaughlin. I did not know. I don't think it'll be because where I live. You know what I mean? I don't think. Now, does it get mailed to your house, or do you have to go to a place to pick it up, like you know, some of your post offices where you got a PO box?
You don't need a background from the US.
Yeah.
As long as you have your
But
every document you have are valid.
But also remember, folks, the things I had to do in Ilocos might be totally different in Cebu or somewhere else. Yeah, I had to go through, when I did my 13A, I had to go to MBI, which didn't bother me. Take a picture, do your fingerprints. They ask you some personal questions. No, not really. They ask you where you live, how long you've been married, and your citizenship, where you're, like U.S. citizen. That's all they asked me. Oh, okay. Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it, It wouldn't be worth it. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah, you get accustomed to
Oh, yes.
process your the
Yeah. But it's not that hard, man. Now, there's some people that come here that got a shady background where it doesn't go as smoothly for them, and they got to get lawyers and everything. That's why some folks, they know they won't qualify for it, so they just do the tourist visa thing. They stay here for three times, then they go fly off somewhere like Taiwan or
and they
Guam,
back again.
and then they come back within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Then they fly back here and they start the clock all over again. The only problem with that is sometimes, man, coming through how I want to say this, you do not have a right to come to the Philippines. It's a privilege. That's the way they look at it. In other words, if you're a drunk and you cause a lot of problems and people report you and you've been on a list, not enough to be blacklisted, but enough to draw attention to yourself, and you leave for 24 hours and you come back here, and they got all that in the system, and they're looking to say, sorry, man, we don't want you here. What are you going to do then?
They will hold
So
you.
in other words, when you come here, you got to be a good boy or a good girl. You can't be a total asshole. It's not a right. People throwing out that, it's my rights. No, it's not. It's a privilege. Just like, believe it or not, coming to the United States is a privilege. Believe it or not.
Good morning, Justin.
Hey, Justin. What the hell was that? I thought someone was knocking. Yeah. I was saying, get an agent, man. Get an
Yeah.
agent. Even if you have all intentions of staying in the Philippines, I would go talk to an agent when you get here and say, all right, I just got here. How long do I got to stay here? Like I said, an agent will do everything that you're paying them. And when can I submit my application for 13A on SRB or whatever you want to, whatever visa you desire? Yeah, you're gonna have to pay them. You're gonna have to slide them some pesos, but
Mm.
they know what they're doing, man. You're not smarter than them. This is your first rodeo. All right. So they know a little bit more than you do. Yes. Yes. Yes, you do.
That's the one you are going to get before
Yeah.
your flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can either get at the airport,
Yeah.
or I can either get it at the airport or
You can get in the main office.
at the main office. And I'm trying to figure out which one will be a lot better.
After you done in the US
I
embassy,
agree with you, Paulie, but like I said,
we will go.
people, and I'm not saying U.S. people, but people now, they think everything is a right nowadays, and it's not. It's a privilege, like driving a car. It's a privilege, you know. And here in the Philippines, believe me, they look at it that way. We don't have to let you drive. We don't have to let you in our country. We can tell you no. What are you gonna do? Scream and shout? They ain't gonna put up with that shit. Here in the Philippines, they do not put up with that acting like a fool. I'm telling you, they do not put up with it. You try to if you meet up with a PNP for some reason or another, and you want to be argumentative with them, they ain't gonna put up with it, man. I'm gonna tell you all right now, they will not put up with it. And you want to know something? None of them have body cams. Remember that. None of them. So you want to go run your mouth, or you want to act like you're a lawyer and you know the Philippine law? You're going to get the short end of the stick. Yes, yes, yes. All the exit clearances are saying, no, you're not a dipshit, and you haven't caused any problems here. Well, actually, if you are and you do cause problems, and the people of the Philippines say, we're done with your ass, you need to go, I wonder what happened then. What kind of clearance they give you? Get this guy the hell on the piece of the certificate. Get this guy the hell out of here. I wonder what they do for that. Or they just take the legal route and lock you up and deport you. You know what I mean?
I think that is it's a clearance that you're
Exactly, Paul. They don't put up with the crap.
Yeah.
I have rights. Yeah, you do, but you're not a citizen. So your rights are about like that, where the Philippine citizens' rights are like this. You understand what I mean? It's just, and you can say that's not fair. Oh well, life ain't fair. Get over it. That's why I respect the Philippines, man. These governments will do everything they can for the citizen. They will protect the citizen. And some people say, oh, that's, when they come out with these laws, some people say, oh, that's so stupid. There's a reason why they came out with that. Like that one about the videoing, all right? Because we had this idiot going around disrespecting those citizens, and they're like, no, we ain't doing this no more. You got people walking around asking young ladies inappropriate questions, and we ain't doing this no more. All the laws they come up with it to protect their citizens. They don't care about the foreigners. Well, they do and they don't. They won't let you burn, but they're not going to go out of their way for you. You don't want to know us, man. You don't want to know us, John. I never heard of them. No, you don't want to know me. Myles is fine. You don't want to know me. No, I'm just- yeah. Well, is that, are you talking after you get here and you apply for your SRRB?
RRB.
I don't know nothing. I'm an expat 47. I don't know nothing about the SRRB because I didn't use it. So I could care less. I'm gonna be honest. I could care less. I know about 13A. I know I need to check in once a year and pay 280 pesos.
Yeah.
I know that it's a privilege for me to have the 13A. They don't have to give it to me, you know, and I don't have a right to have it. I have the privilege to have it. Exactly. Exactly. They look out for the people, man, and that's what I respect. They don't take in refugees, you know, do they? Oh, I mean, you can come here, okay, and they're going to be like, when you get here and you plan on living here, they'll say, "Well, welcome to the Philippines." That's all they'll say to you. They won't hand you anything. They won't hand you a check, or you're on your own. Okay. I wish other countries went that well. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. When I used to fly back and forth, Expat 47. When I used to fly back and forth, oh yeah, you. And I don't know about you, but it happened to me when I was going through immigration. I had to prove one way or another that I was leaving. And you know, with the way electronics is, the phone, everything's on your phone nowadays. That was the best. Here you go. This is where I'm leaving. And looked, okay, thank you. Boom. Have a wonderful time in the Philippines. And they were cool. You know what I mean? They were good. I mean, the immigration officers or whatever they were good people. So, like I said, you do what you got to do, either whatever visa you want to get. Expat RSSV, is that for single guys, right? That's for the guys that are not married. I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking. I had no need to look into it. Right? Boy, what are you laughing? What are you smiling
No,
for?
no,
I had no.
I don't know.
I had no reason to look into it. Why would I look into something I ain't going to use? You know, it's kind of ridiculous. You mean the throwaways? Yeah, the last time I flew here, I had a throwaway. Cost you $25, and it looks like a ticket. You know, I wonder if the airlines do that. You know what I mean? And you just when they ask you, you show it to them. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean that you're flying out of here, and they know it. I mean, they don't know when they look at one. They look at one of these throwaways. They don't know it's a throwaway. They don't know it's a throwaway, but they know it happens.
Fake tickets.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. So, in your opinion, do you think a lot of guys that aren't married, you know, just coming here to live and live the good life, do you think a lot of them pick the SRV? Yeah, they go and throw away fake tickets. Yeah, and the Philippine government knows it happens, but they you know they know it happens. Yeah, of course. Cover the CYA, man. CYA.
Let's see.
Cover your ass. Yeah, but Paulie, how much you gonna pay for that other ticket? You know what I mean? Some people ain't got a couple $100 to throw away. Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, but I mean, you know what you do. I wouldn't say do this. A lot of guys when they come here and they fall, they fall in love with their internet girlfriend. They come here, and if I did that, if I fell in love with the internet or thought I was in love with the internet girlfriend, okay, and I came here, I wouldn't make long-term plans right away. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I would just feel the waters, see how it's going before I made any kind
Observe
of major.
the environment.
Not only am I observe them to see what they're
Yeah.
all about.
We observe the atmosphere, what's the environment look like, including people around you.
Yeah. And another thing is if you hook up with a phony person, they can only stay phony for so long, and then they start letting them true selves out after a while. You know what I mean? They let them the true selves. So, you can come here with just the tourist visa and stick around for a while, and then when you come to your limit, you can fly to somewhere else for 24 hours, then come back if you're like, yeah, she's the one. But so you can have a way out, you know?
Good thing I'm bringing you with me.
Yeah, you get that year visa. That's plenty of time. A year on that visa, you realize that if the Philippines is really for you, Dodge, man, a lot of people come here, and then they're here for a couple months and they're like, no, I can't do this. I can't. And I don't think any less of them. They can't do it. It depends. McLavin's depends. It could be $16. It could be $25. It could be $30, depending on what company you go to. But like I said, I wonder if they're the airlines themselves under a shadow company or an umbrella company, that makes up these tickets. I mean, those onward tickets, they could be already, that seat could already be taken, but you're not going to take it. It ain't worth a damn, I don't know, but it works. It works for some, for everyone. Like I said, I got one the last time because I was coming here and I know I was staying. I got the onward ticket. Because they will, when you go through immigration on your arrival, they will ask you. And a lot of times they want the proof. They know when you're BSing them, man. Just because you're a good talker, they know when you're BSing them. That's what they get paid for, to weed out the bad ones. It was the second time I came here. There was a guy in front of me. He was shit-faced. He was drunk. This guy was drunk. And he had to go through immigrations. And he ended up, they said, sorry, you're going to need to go over to see where that guy is standing. You need to go talk to him. You couldn't understand a word he was saying. And he was, oh. It's like, dude. She knows when you have money. They know that. They know that. They ain't stupid. So I don't know the answer to that, Dodge. I would. If anybody here knows the answer to that, please give it to them. I have no idea. I have no idea. He's coming here, and his wife and his son are coming here, and they have
For good.
dual
It's for good
citizenship.
already, right?
Huh?
They're for good already. They're not going back to you.
No, he's not. He's coming here to live.
Yeah. So I think they need.
You know, this is never mind. I ain't gonna say that because it might just.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if you're gonna be here a year, why would they ask you for an onward ticket? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I don't know, but you know.
Maybe. You check the airline.
I wonder why they did that. They never asked me. Was that a throwaway or was that an actual? Did you come back to the States? They never asked me in the States about it. They could care less. You know, like, at least what I dealt with. Yeah. In other words, they don't get, if you never touch U.S. soil or U.S. territory, let's be right about this, you get nothing. I don't understand what you mean, man. There's ways. I don't think, Paulie, I don't think I want to play that game. You know what I mean? Because I got that kind of luck that just, I ain't got any luck. If it wasn't bad luck. So I don't want to stretch it. You know what I mean? So I'll just pay my $25 for that throwaway ticket as it has worked for me and be done with it, man. I'm not looking for a back door on it.
Morning, Richard.
Not saying your way won't work, but I just rather do
Morning.
it, time tested. But as long as you're saying you're going somewhere, you're leaving the country. You know what I mean? They don't get out. I'm pretty sure that Philippine immigration does care less where you're going after you leave the country, as long as you're leaving the country. And that's not a bad thing, but that you're not staying here permanently. Well, I wonder how many, when you go through immigration, how many of these immigration officers, guys, can say they're staying, even though they got an onward ticket, a fake one. I wonder how many are like, you ain't going nowhere. Shut up. You know what I mean? Or they don't care. Their asses are covered. Yeah, I have no idea how long. Paul, if you're why would you spend all that money for a ticket that you have no intentions of using? I mean, if that works for you, knock yourself out. I could care less. Yes, the military pension, yes. Got to make sure I've been trying to get that done. That's another reason why I got to go back to this. I'm just so tired of this. I got to go back to the States and I got to put miles on my, deers. Now I'm going to get a passport picture of her, and I say, hey, I got this picture of her. I got my marriage certificate. I've been trying since I've been here, and everybody says go to the embassy. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Yeah, you're right. A lot of guys do that, Expat 47. A lot of people, they come here with a set of money, and all of a sudden they're broke. And it's like, I can't go home. I'm poor. Yeah. Now there's things I've been trying to get done, and I'm like, it just I might as well go to this wall and just beat my head on the wall if I get luck. So, you know,
It's much better that
and I think it's
that he will go back home
Yeah.
to go back to US to meet his family also.
yeah. See my daughters, see my sisters and brother. You know. Oh, if you're a permanent resident, no, you ain't gonna worry about it. You just flash them your immigration card and you're good. You know, just because you got a 13A, you can leave the country, okay, and you can go visit somewhere else, and then come back, and you're good. You know, and if they ask you when you're leaving, that's you know when you're coming back, you flash them your immigration card, and he says, "Oh, okay, never mind." You know. There's nothing that says that, oh, once you get a 13A or a permanent visa, you have to stay. No, no. But you will need a ECC card letter. No, I mean, those people come here, expat, they ain't got a clue, man. All they know is, oh, the Philippines is cheap. That's all they know. And then they come here and they're like, it ain't that cheap, you know. You know what really sucks a lot of people up is the electric bill. And the bar tabs and the bar girls and the what's that called? When you no, I don't want to say it.
This is it.
Not all of them come here for that. Okay. Some come here because they're married and they want to live a nice life.
Can come be used for such thing.
Yeah, I can go if you want, but like I said, I want to see my family. Hey, good morning, James. Haven't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I really do. I hope you're doing well.
James.
There's a lot of guys here. Every couple of years, they'll fly back to their country to see their family. Just because you're here doesn't mean your family doesn't exist anymore. But I got to take care of some major things. Have to be taken care of, and I might as well kill two birds with one stone. You know, that's a saying. We'll be fine. Miles is an independent person anyway. Yeah, you know, how can I say this? I know Miles will be fine. I know she'll be taken care of. So, you know, I'm not. Miles has been taking care of herself for how many years? Even before I came along?
3 years.
Huh?
3 years.
No, longer than that.
What's that?
Get some Texas barbecue. Where am I? Oh, here we are.
Get some Texas.
I have a Philippine driver's license, and talking to my nephew-in-law, I guess you would call it, he's a cop. And I asked him, I said, hey, can I come to the Philippines? I mean, can I come to the Philippines? Can I come back to the United States and drive on a Philippine driver's license? He said, yes, you can. He says, if you're there more than, oh shit, I can't remember how long he told me. Because you'll have to get a U.S. driver's license and you can exchange it.
Yeah, you can. No, you need to get a new one.
Yeah, that's right. That's exchanging, yeah. Now, he says you might have to take a little brief test because that depends on state. He's Pennsylvania. He says, but yes, you can drive on a Philippine driver's license. He goes, believe me, when they pull your name up with your Social Security card, he says they have every driver, as far as the United States, they have every driver's license you held. He says, I look on that screen, they'll say Pennsylvania from this time to this time. They'll say Virginia from this time to this time. And it'll say whatever, whatever. You know? People think, oh no, they got all the information they need on you. You ever been to jail? I didn't think it was hard at all. Getting my driver's license, I had to answer a test, and I had a Filipino guy standing next to me. Because some of you are like, this doesn't apply, Most of it seemed weird. The test, it seemed like it was more motorcycle-based test. You know what I mean? Like, how big the cargo box, how big it can be on the back of your motorcycle? Like, I have no idea. And stuff like that. That's what it seemed like. And no, I don't have a motorcycle endorsement. They wouldn't give me, I don't know. In other words, some guy told me they want you to come back and take a motorcycle test. So you have to pay that. Because my U.S. driver's license, it's a commercial driver's license. All right. And also I had a motorcycle endorsement on it, and they said no. And I showed it to them. Look, I got a motorcycle endorsement. That all of a sudden they didn't understand English. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, I see where we're going with this. They want me to come back. And even my buddy that lives around here told me, he says, they just want the money. So, yeah, you go there, you got to get a brief physical. Okay. And where we live, right across the street was the doctor who does the physicals. How convenient. And you take a test on your phone, you log on to the DMV, whatever you want to, what? LTO? LD?
LTO.
Oh, you log on to LTO website, you take the test, and then when you pass the test, it'll give you a number. When you go in there and check in, you give them the number, they look you up and say, okay, you're good to go. That was it. Yeah, it's not that hard, man. A lot of people have told me, okay, when they come here to get a motorcycle test, you're supposed to take a driving test, and it's just a little course. They say a lot of times they're skipped. In other words, you don't take the driving test. They ask you a couple questions, and they say, have a nice day. I'm not going to say that's going to happen to you. And I know it ain't going to happen to me. I ain't got that kind of luck. But a lot of people tell me that. Why not? Do you collect any kind of retirement? Me and Myles spend how much? 800 and
800
I get
every month.
Yeah, I get 50,000 out every month, no matter what the exchange rate is. I get 50,000 out, and we always have money left over at the end of the month. And that's for food. That's 4,000 pesos a week for food, because we go to the market a lot cheaper, and to pay the bills. And we have money left over. But of course, we're not out running around, trying to be 20 again. I don't want to be. My 20s sucked. All right, I don't want to be 20 again, and we're fine. Yeah. Your agent could do it. Your agents are a wealth of knowledge, man.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that've been around for a while doing it. But you're right, Expat. Yeah, talk to the agent. Now, Myles is the first lady, but I'm not. I'm just the Americano, looking around like, what did they say? Myles, what did they say?
Yes.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just you can trade it in, but you're gonna have to pay a fee. You're gonna have to take a test. That's what I basically did. I traded my U.S. driver's license in for but you keep it. They don't take it for a Philippine driver's license. You know, that people come here and make people come here and make things so complicated. You know, the rule of thumb is if you're married, all right, listen to your or you're married, you're with in a relationship. Listen what your Philippine partner has to say. Let your Philippine partner do the shopping, okay? Because you suck at it. All right, I'm being honest. You suck at it, okay? You're not going to get the deals that they can get. All right, and yeah, majority of these people here can speak English, Philippine English. All right, but sometimes they don't fully understand what you're saying, so it might get all effed up on the conversation of information. That's why you let your partner do the talking. You need to put your man card away and deal with it. That's all I'm going to say. Some people are just so arrogant and so bullheaded. They no, I ain't letting no woman take care of it. She ain't taking care of you. She is not taking care of you. She's looking out for you. Two different things. She's looking out for you, making sure you. Because the way I see it, if I get screwed over on something, Myles will get screwed over on the same exact thing. Okay. So put that man card aside. It doesn't mean shit here, okay? Exactly. Some people have a hard Richard, some people have a hard time with that. A hard time with that. Oh, I'm the man. I'm gonna dude, you're gonna get screwed over. You're gonna get screwed over, and then you're gonna be pissed off, and you got nobody to blame but yourself. Because you got somebody there you are with somebody that's more than willing to help you because they know they're not stupid. They know if they can get you a good deal on it, they benefit. Oh, he'll be fine. Dodge, he'll be fine. Man, the man's got a Expat 47. He's got his shit together. He's probably got a little checklist. Tick, okay, done. He's doing a lot more than some others do before they come here. You know, a lot more. Why is he Yobo? I don't understand what he means.
Yobo is your boy. Dutch.
Oh, okay. Exactly. Paul's been Paul. He knows the game. You know, he knows the game. Let your partner do everything. I don't mean don't be a piece of shit and expect her to do everything. Okay, you're a grown man. As far as outside of your house and taking care of stuff, that's her world, not yours. Not yours. Go to the market. But see, unfortunately, like I said before, I've been here for 6 years. Everybody knows me here, okay? But they don't rip Myles off. And if I go someplace and they throw that skin tax at me, I don't go to them anymore. I've already done that one time already, walked away. And then they ask me every once in a while, why don't you get from me? Well, why did you try to overcharge me with something? And they just look at you. That's why I don't come here no more.
Marisa.
Hey, Tita, how you doing? Where they at? Vietnam? Are you still in Vietnam? I'm just rich. That's just the way I am, man. This is the way I am. You know, I ain't gonna lie to these people. But believe me, a lot of things that was told before I got here, and I got in, I was like, what the hell? You know? No, that don't happen. You know, not every Filipino wants you here. Just like in the States and other country, a lot of them don't want you there. Hey, come visit, but get the hell out when you're done. All right? A lot of them feel that way here. A lot of them feel that way. Now they don't hate you. I don't think that Filipinos hate people. You know what I mean?
No.
They don't have that feeling of hatred towards
They
another
hate
person.
you if do something bad to them, they
Oh, of
hate you,
course.
of course.
But
But if they hate you with no reason, no, they don't do that.
yeah,
Monday.
and I'm just waiting for the day when they start realizing that foreigners are not rich. I'm waiting for that day to happen when they realize them bastards ain't rich.
Not rich, but of course comfortable for his own retirement.
Well, see, Miles, people here, it seems to me, people have a hard time wrapping their head around that a lot of foreigners come here because they've been working their whole lives, okay, and they have these pension plans, retirement funds, whatever you want to call them, all right, and they also have Social Security, which hopefully it sticks around at least until I'm long gone, okay? They have a hard time wrapping their head around that. They think that they just think the government's giving us money. The government don't give anything. All right? Our government doesn't give anything. You got to pay into it. Then they have rules for that. And like I said, Philippines feel they have a hard time wrapping their head around that. That's cool. Yeah, one of these days I'll go to Vietnam. Yeah, that happens there, Michael. We have breakfast. Miles is a breakfast person. Would you have rice?
Yeah.
I'm not a breakfast person, Mike. I'm not a.
I just eat a little bit to
Keep it.
stop some of my stomach of
Well, yeah, they're jealous, some of them, but there's also jealous foreigners that come here too. Yeah, they. What did I was told one time that a lot of them are threatened. You know what I mean? Because we can provide our partner with more than they ever will. All right, Richard. Thank you for showing up, man. Appreciate you, guy. And you be good and stay safe. Seriously, stay
thank you
safe,
so
man.
much, Richard.
That's what I've been told. They feel threatened because a foreigner, because we're rich, can provide them more than they can. And they just have a hard time with that. I don't know. Some foreigners come here and they'll get with a Philippine woman, and like a couple months later, that Philippine woman's like, I gotta get away from this guy, because it's not what I thought it was. And some Philippine women tolerate them because they know they can't. They think in their heads that they can't get anything better.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you Tita can't wait to go back to Canada so she can rest.
Ooh. Home
I know.
sweet home, Tita Marie.
Yeah, I
They will be
know.
here until I think they will stay here for 2 months. Am I right, Tita Marie?
I'm not sure. I know guys when we were in the military, they take leave, okay, and say they took 30 days leave. They go on vacation with their wives and their kids and everything like that. 3 days before their leave is over, they come back and they say, "Man, I need a rest." It's like, dude. Yeah, they smile, man. They smile. When I'm gone, I think that's when I'm back. I think that's one of the things I'm going to miss, Paulie, is they don't even know you, and they'll smile at you, and they'll say good morning, whatever. I don't think in the States they do that anymore. Everybody's mad. Everybody's upset about something.
Miss
Yeah.
my bed.
Yeah, she's gonna go once she's done it. She's back in Canada. She's saying, "All right, now I'm ready for my vacation." Traveling's great, but it's like I said, sometimes you just like, I'm done, because you feel like you're always going. You know. November. When are you going to finally be back in Canada, Tita? The summertime when it's, well, I don't know where you live. I don't remember where you live. I know you told us. You won't have the snow unless you love the snow.
Quebec.
Huh?
Quebec.
What do you mean?
Quebec. In Canada.
Quebec?
Yeah.
I had no idea what you were
Quebec
saying.
nga.
I had no idea what you were
Quebec.
saying. Thick? What are you talking about thick? Most of your,
Yeah.
Paul, most of your Philippine mattresses are like that thick.
Maybe
man.
he bought.
Yeah, like us, we got supposed to be a posturepedic, not a posturepedic, but a orthopedic. Man, my back still kills me when I get up in the morning, man. So it's one of those memory foam ones. My back's don't it? My back still hurts when I get up. First week in June, yeah, the time in it.
Oh, 3 months.
It'll probably go by fast. I'm pretty sure this whole. Nope. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. They speak and I'm not either. I'm not. They speak Ilocano here, and well, they also know Tagalog, but and it's like I could pick up words here and there. You know, I know certain words, but they talk so fast. You all talk so fast, and they tell me you talk fast, and I look at them like, really? Okay.
Hindi.
What's Hindi?
No.
Hindi? Oh, okay. Hindi. Hindi. I thought that sounds like an Indian thing. Hindi.
No.
Hindi.
No.
They do, Paul. They talk so fast, man. You look at them like, what are they saying? There's one person here, and I'm not. They're trying their best. Okay. He tries to speak English, but when he's talking to me, I have no idea what he's. I'm like, I'm lost. He doesn't talk in complete sentences, and it's kind of like he's all over the place. And I look at him, and I do this. But he's trying. He wants to learn. He's really trying to learn English. But I'm kind of like, what are they saying? And then Myles does that sometimes. She'll start talking to me. I'm like in my head, what the hell is he talking about? And I'm having that, Myles. Myles, what are you talking about? When you're talking about something? I'm like, Myles, what are you talking about? Yeah, I know. I should have. That's one of the regrets that I have. I wish I learned at least Tagalog, because I looked up trying to learn Ilocano. It's nowhere to be found. But like Rosetta Stone, nope. Tagalog, I regret not learning the language before I got here. You know, it just makes life easier for you. You know.
All right. Thank you, Florence and
All right,
Jerry,
Florence.
for showing up.
You be good, man, and enjoy your restful night with your wife. Yes, please do. Thank you, Paulie. Thank you, Dell. What?
I can still remember that when we went to Lawag and Darrell wants to buy something that we cannot find.
At the mall?
The small scissors.
What? Yeah. Dell was looking for a tiny So you ever notice? You ever get a sewing kit, the small scissors they have in them? That's what he was looking for. Couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And we seen an iPhone that was there was a crate. I looked and I said, "Man, you see the price on that?" It was like it was crazy. It was like I don't know. It was a lot more than that was sold in the States for in exchange. You know. Yeah, like I said, Paulie, that's the one thing I regret is not learning a language. Just makes life easier on you, and plus you know when they're talking crap about you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you already
Because
know.
your books already just put them aside. You don't.
Yeah.
Never read them. Yeah, Paulie, he bought a couple of.
Why are you telling everybody this? I bought a book and it's this way.
He never used them. Never.
What do you want me to do? Walk around town with this book? Wait a minute.
No, while you were sitting there, sitting like that, you are killing your time and then reading your book.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna argue. Yeah, that's the only thing
Yeah.
like I said, y'all talk so fast, and you're like, what? And don't deny it. A lot of times when you're talking to another person here in Badoc, okay, and they're talking to you, and you got to ask them to say it again because you didn't understand a word they said.
Yes.
And what's that for? Yeah. No money.
Yes.
What do you mean no money?
It said walang pera.
Oh, okay.
Walang pera is the no money.
Some people say no budget.
No budget.
No budget.
Same thing.
You just tell them, just be honest with them, hey man, I'm broke. All right. You say, I'm broke. If it cost me a nickel to poop, I would have a nickel to poop, I would have to puke. You know what I mean? I'm just so broke. A lot of people think we got endless source of money.
Walang pera.
You all need to talk to my bank account. That's when they say if you go anywhere, man, you keep a low profile. You keep a low profile. Don't let yourself stand out. And when you go and visit family members, you gotta let them know, hey, I ain't here to pay for everything. You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know before you start hurting people's feelings. Say, I ain't paying for everything. Right?
Yeah.
Because they do expect it. Well, some, not all. Some do expect it. But, we're not all rich like Paulie. He comes here. Paulie comes here with a briefcase full of money. Don't you, Paulie? Hey, Paulie, when's the last time? Go ahead.
You see, he even said
Yeah,
no money.
Hey, Paulie, when's the last time you were in the Philippines? For. Which are you telling?
Utang.
Utang.
Yeah, but can I borrow money, Brent?
No. That's my favorite. Paulie, that's my favorite word here now. No. And I won't do it without phasing. I mean, as soon as they ask, no. Oh, you're coming back here in October? When's the last time you were here? How long are you going to stay for?
Yeah, 2023.
I know guys here, Paul, I'm not saying I'm going to do this. I know guys that are married to a Philippine person, okay? They have a house and everything in the Philippines, but they still do the flying back and forth thing. You know what I mean? They'll stay here for a month or two, then they go back to the States. And they do that yearly. I wonder, okay, I wonder if them guys that do that, if they're married too in the States. Paul, maybe you'll know this question. I know it's like, why are you thinking about this? Do people, men or women, okay, it could be either or, come here and they get married. They're married in the States, okay? Does the Philippine government send any kind of paperwork to the U.S. Embassy about the marriage? You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not married. You ain't got to worry. It's just, I know, it's something you just think about.
They cannot. The government
Because the
won't
letter-
allow you to do that because they need your divorce, everything.
No, when you go to the embassy, okay, are you married? No, okay. Or now you can have proof, like a divorce papers or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you've never been married, you have nothing to show.
Yeah.
But you can say, I mean, I know it's kind of like 50 years old and you're not married. That's, well, I don't know. Nowadays, people don't want to get married anymore. They're like, I don't want nothing to do with it. But I'm just curious. Is there guys that live in it? I'm not just saying the States, any country that's already married. All right. They come here. They fall in love with a beautiful Filipino woman. They married them and they live like a double life.
They cannot marry.
I'm just curious. Like I said, when you get married, does the Philippine government send whatever to the embassy or whatever and say, hey, you know, Joe Schmuck got married to a Philippine woman? I don't know.
They will not allow you at the first place or first time you apply your marriage
Yeah.
marriage contract. They will not allow you because they are asking your divorce letter. If you don't,
Have you never been divorced? I mean, never been married. There's people nowadays that don't want nothing to do with getting married to anybody in their country. Not there is. I know. Oh, can't do that. Yes, they can. They don't want, and you see it all the time. There is people in other countries that don't want nothing to do with marriages because they see what's going on. You know? Yeah, it goes up and down, man. It would hang out at 58 for a while, then bounced up to 59 for a few days, and then came back down. It's just like, that's why I tell everybody, man, I don't care what the exchange rate is, 50,000 pesos a month. I don't care what the exchange rate is. Now, when it drops down to like 55, yeah, life does suck, but I still get the 50,000. Right?
yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But you know what's weird though? Like the British pound, that's always way up there. Way up there.
Yeah.
Either do I. I'm just curious. No, I'm not. No, I'm only married to Myles. But I just, there's people who pull that crap, And I'm just curious. Does the Philippine government report to the U.S., hey, one of your citizens got married and this is the person, It could. I don't know. Why were you thinking about that? Why did I even think about that? I don't know why. It just...
Oh,
I couldn't do something like that. Trying to balance that out. Couldn't do that. Yeah, you do. You're right, man. You got to be a special kind of crazy. You had to ride in that little yellow bus with the helmet. You know what I mean? And also, that's got to be expensive. Taking care of two. Why were you talking about this?
Especially with
Taking care of-
kids.
Maintaining two households. having 2 sets of families with
Yeah.
kids.
Oh.
You gotta have a whole lot of money to pull that crap.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. You're right. I did. I just you think about shit like that. You're like, I wonder if that's. You probably don't, but people like me do. No, I have no desire to do something like that. It's just I'm too tired, man. I couldn't do. I'm just too tired. But there's people who do. There's people who do.
Is
Paul,
it
Paul wants to change the subject.
even the cold?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Paulie. Because I watch. What's that guy called? The one in England, Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Bitch.
Bit-
VIT.
Oh, Charlie Vitz. Yeah, I watch him, and he's an antagonizer. Yeah, he's always videoing in hot spots where there's a lot of nonsense is going on. I watch him in England, man, and I'm like, that place is burning to the ground.
Everyday rally.
Yeah, they have. I wonder if anybody works in England. They're always having demonstrations and parades, and
Yeah.
I'm like, does anybody work in that country? You know?
Protesting.
Yeah, it's the people on the what they say, the people on the dole. They're probably the ones doing it. All the anti. What about that? I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to go down that road.
Mhm.
But they protest a lot. People think the protests in the United States are bad. Watch some of the videos in England. You're like, God damn, don't these people work? Hey, Paulie, when's the last time you put a video up? I haven't gotten no notifications from
Yeah.
you, from your channel. None. And it's been a week or so. I haven't gotten none. Sometimes it's you get them in my feed, and that's when I watch them. But if I get, like I said, no new. Yeah, okay, yeah.
About a week ago, yeah, maybe
That's what
because
I
it's
say.
every time when he upload video, it pops up on my phone.
I don't get anything.
Yeah,
I find them on my
I
feed.
got notified.
I guess you're special. I ain't getting notifications, but I need to write a stern letter to YouTube.
You hit the ring button.
No, I usually have on the left side of the subscribers I have, or not subscribe, the channels that I'm subscribed to,
Mhm.
and they usually, if they put a new video up, it's got a blue dot sitting next to it. It doesn't. Now, there's a lot of times when I already watched the video, not his, but another channels, I already watched the video, and then later on I get the notification of that video.
Mhm.
I'm like, I already watched it. Why am I watching it again? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Oh, are you ready to bounce?
Yeah, we need to go get something else.
What do you need to get outside? Are you making up stories?
No, we don't have shampoo.
Oh Lord, you driving today, right?
My
You driving? I'm gonna video it. You're driving today.
and
I'm not trying to be an ass man, but she's a good driver. She just needs to build up her confidence. She's a good driver. And no, I don't want to drive. No, I don't want to drive. And it's kind of like, Myles, I got this for you. I don't mind driving it, but it's I got a motorcycle. If I want to go somewhere, I'll hop on a motorcycle and take off. Not the moped, but they call it a motorcycle here. I got the EV for you. You. Am I wrong?
Have you found that?
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. No, I didn't, Paulie. I didn't find out what the hell that was. Guy walks around. It probably is flypaper. I'm afraid to ask them because then they'll think I want to buy it. I don't want to buy something.
Are they thick papers or what?
Dude, no, I don't know how thick they are, but all I know is they're about that wide. And they're white. And you see it all the time.
I think that is the elastic garter. It's garter.
No one,
Elastic.
all I got to do is, no, because Miles doesn't know what it is. But you ask him. Next Monday, they're there every day, Miles, walking around in the morning. I'll say, Miles, ask.
We went there every morning, early in the morning.
Yeah, I know, Paulie, but it's like, that's what we just said. Just ask her. Oh, I missed somebody. Okay, I got that one. It might be, Paulie. You might be right, man. I have no idea. But they walk around with, I'm like, what is that? Oh, that's. We have a generator, but it wouldn't be a cost effective for us to. We have a 8.5 kVA or kVW diesel generator for the brownouts. A lot of people here say that the solar power is not worth getting. It's not worth it because it's, I don't know, they just say it's not worth getting it. Now, if I had solar, I also would have a wind power. You know what I'm talking about? You know, not ones you see like in California. You know, they have ones for the home and have that. You know, or I can have Miles. This treadmill here could be hooked up with a alternator on it, and she has to run all day long. There's an actor that does that. Guy's kind of whacked. Yeah, I can hook up an alternator to that, and you can. No, that would be weird. No, it couldn't be turned on as far as power. You're the one that's powering it by running. Or a bicycle. Hook up an alternator to that, and you can ride all day long and generate power and boost and charge the batteries up. I think that's an awesome idea, don't you? Yeah, they're white. Like I said, man, I have no idea what it is. Maybe it is, though. Maybe.
That is the elastic. Some are like this, some are like this white.
They're just wide. I don't know how thick they are. And it's got a bunch of them in it. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's one of them. It's like, I wonder what that is. No, I'm not fixated on it. Yeah, I like your way of thinking there, Paulie. I really do. Out of the box. There you go, Miles. Even Paulie agrees with me. Put a big hamster wheel out back for Miles. There you go. That's for the generator. Put an alternator on it. So when you run it, the alternator turns and creates electricity and charges the batteries. I think you're thinking out of the box, Paulie. I like that. Oh, I'm not joking. No, I'm not joking. I think we'll stop doing it one today, Miles. She knows I'm full of crap. She's like, whatever. Right? What's wrong? Am I giving you a headache?
No.
It's only 9:30. We'll be out of here before 10 and then we'll go Monday to your house. Sound good to you?
In the house, and then we'll drop to that Sosa stove to get some rice. Rice is life, folks.
Oh, you need more rice?
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't have rice when you.
How much rice you get? 20?
25.
25 kilos?
Mm.
Well, you're driving the EV, so we can throw the rice in the back of the EV.
We bought that rice December.
December, and you've done it already?
December
January,
25.
February, March,
Remember
2.5
that
months?
the crystal stay
You
is
need to
here.
step back from the rice, young lady.
Rice is life. I didn't.
They eat a lot. They
I
eat a
didn't.
lot of rice
I
here.
didn't eat
It's the culture.
a bunch of rice. I just want a small with more food, other food, with more vegetables.
Do I ever complain when you say we need rice? Do I ever say something? I say, okay.
Mhm.
It's the culture, man. Who am I to come in here and say, Myles, you're not eating rice no more? You'd be like,
You
I
bring
don't
me.
think so.
You bring me in US if I have
Well, we tried to.
mashed potato and vegetables and some meat. I am fine.
Hey, Paulie, is it easier for her to get a visa to come to the United States since she's married to an American citizen? Mayor's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor has entered. We were getting ready to bounce. Now we got to stick around because the star of the show is here.
Good
Miss
morning.
Mary.
How are you, Mary?
Mary. You say Mary, I say Mary.
Mary.
Mary. Hey, Mary.
Good morning.
I'm just teasing. Yeah, Mary. I hope you're feeling better. I heard,
Yes.
I got your comment yesterday. Yeah, I hope you're doing a lot better, man.
Mhm.
Your health and your physical fitness always comes first, man. Because if you're not healthy,
What happened?
She had a bunch of stuff happen. I don't know. The only reason I said that because I can't remember. Because I know she hospital, right? You had to go in the you had to go to the hospital. You taking those wonderful painkillers? You taking them wonderful painkillers? Tylox or Tylex? It's got codeine. Tylenol with codeine. It's a beautiful thing. Makes everything happy. What? Well, I hope you're feeling better, Mary. Or, you're getting to the point where you feel better. At my age, I don't heal that fast like I used to.
Especially we are already getting old. We are old.
I'm gonna find out when,
Mary Reagan.
Mayor. It's Mayor.
Vivian won't show up today.
Yeah, where's Miss Vivian?
Vivian won't show up
Listen,
today.
she's fine. Yeah, I'll find out about that. Myles was when she applied for the visa, that she was just so heartbroken.
Yeah.
She said, a 5-minute conversation, how do they know what kind of person you are? Hopefully, I'll be back here before then, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to,
Mhm.
We're glad to see you come there. That's all that matters. And you're on the road to recovery. It ain't gonna take like when we were like 18, 19-year-olds running around. Now it's gonna take, instead of a week or two, now it's gonna take a year or two. Hey Steve, how you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here, man.
Steven and Lisa.
How's life in Guam? How's life in Badoc, man? Is it wonderful? Badoc's a nice town, man. I hope these guys will come visit the Philippines, okay? I hope I say this, I got lost for words, just to see what this town is all about. And I honestly believe that Badoc is the real Philippines. is the real Philippines. No fast food restaurants, mom and pop restaurants, or feed eateries or whatever you want to call them. You know, that's what I just hope you visit Badoc. Know what the real Philippines is about, not the commercialized Philippines. People are great here, man. They are. They're great here. Yeah, they'll stare at you. They'll look at you, trying to figure out who you are, and they're curious. They're very curious people, and they will ask you questions. They will, where you're from, and all that. They will. Yeah, I know. Right? Get Miles, put on my deers. I've been trying, Paul, and I just feel like I'm banging my head up against the wall. So I'll go there and look the people in the face to have a put on my deers. Mary, you're never late, man. Don't. Let me say it this way.
You take a rest.
Okay, Mary, you're not obligated to come. Watch my show. You're not obligated. We're grateful that you did come. Okay, you're not obligated. Okay. People have busy lives, man. People have busy lives, and that's why I'm grateful when people come on here, because I realize they could be doing something else.
Don't worry about Mary.
I mean, Paul, he could be making pizza videos. He's taking the time out of his day to watch my video. Mary, you could be, I don't know, sleeping because you need to rest so you heal.
Yeah.
That's when your healing process happens, when you're resting. Have you find yourself sleeping a lot more right now, Mary? I noticed that when I get hurt, or like if my back is really, really bothering me, I could sleep. I could sleep hard. I do.
For me, no. I need to take.
Because you're special.
I feel pain. I need to take a
Take a what?
medicine
Yeah.
for pain.
And then you take some of them wonderful pills, and you lay down, and everything's just.
I'm tired of resting.
You gotta rest, man. I know we're stubborn, man. I don't know how old you are, but the older you get, the more stubborn you get.
Just like me this morning, I woke up
At least I am.
1:45 until now. 1:45.
Yeah, that's early. But man. I wish to God I was
am
like
out
her.
at 9 something. So
No, it was before that.
yes,
It was way before that.
because when you bring monkeys out, it's already going to 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. She thinks it bothers me when she takes her naps and she falls. I don't care. Why do you think? I don't understand that. Why do you think it bothers me? Miles can lay her head down. I could be talking. I turn around and she's out. Yeah, I know. I'm not a very good conversationalist, but that's beside the point. I wish I could do that.
Knee pain.
Yeah, the knees, man. Yeah. Oh, I know. I got my knees are like sometimes they're so stiff, so stiff. I think that's why my back hurts a lot sometimes, Mary, is because of the knees. One body part, something's wrong with it, it affects everything, especially when it comes to skeletal or muscles, because your body's trying to compensate.
You cannot put a heating pad for relaxing your knees. Heating pad.
All right, Tita. Thanks for showing up, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And enjoy
Tita
your time,
Marie.
the rest of your time, and ooh.
Glad to see you on Monday in Manila.
Why ain't this working? Well, that's what happens when you go out skateboarding now, Mel. Can't skateboard anymore. You know? Got enough of skateboarding.
I don't know why while you're getting old you feel a lot of pain.
Because your body's getting old. I accept it.
When I'm still my younger days, I can work 24 hours a day.
Well, you know, we have a saying, well, Toto, you're not in Kansas anymore. You're not young anymore. But you do a lot of things that I know that people when they're 30 don't do. You know what I mean? She's going from the time she wakes up until after dinner.
It's nice to move.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you ready to bounce?
Yep.
All right, man, we're going to get out of here. We're going to run to the yard house. Miles will drive. You're not bad. Come on, man. There's people out here that have no business driving. Paulie, Tita. Yeah, I know. I know. And
Yes.
yeah, she wants to go out.
Yep.
Yeah, look.
Thank you, Expat. Tita
There she
Marie,
goes.
Pauline,
She looks at the door that she told you and looks at us. All right, man. We're gonna let you.
Dan Marie. Yes.
Hey, thank you. Hey, Expat, we'll be back here on Sunday the same time if you're interested. Yeah, we'll be back Sunday the same time if you're interested. If you're not, I don't know what to tell you. But like I said, Myles and myself are very grateful for you being here. We realize you could be doing other things.
We'll see you again on Sunday, and I don't know what day does Brent arrange the schedule of our live.
We do the
next
live.
week.
We do it at the same time every day.
Next week.
Yeah, up
When
until Well, we'll talk about that later. All right, you guys be good, and thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And bye for now.
Take your rest, Mary.
You rest, Mary. Bye.
Bye bye.